Alright. Let's see. Get everything started. Find and activate. Cool. It should be. I'm pretty sure you should be ready, right? Yeah, there you go. Took a little bit. Already signed in though, aren't I? Yep. Okay. Was it under shorts? The hell? Yeah, switch it to shorts. I put upload on shorts. That's it. Whatever. That should be fine. Test. There you go. I suppose. Cool. I think that should be good then. I can exit this. Take a look here. It's mine. Why is it not activating? What the fuck? There you go. Ay. Took long enough, but I did it. As long as it took as long as the song, it worked. Okay. Alright. With that said and done, of course, commercial happens afterwards, but that's how it's supposed to go. Good evening. Or good night, technically. Let me switch over to gaming. There you go. And I forgot one more thing. Welcome home. As always, good evening, good night, or good morning, wherever you are from. It's good to see you all once again. We're going to continue our journey through Scarlet Hollow. So far, we've had 2 experiences with some cryptids that I don't know if you know much about them. I don't really, but we've met ditchlings within the woods and Tommyknockers within the caverns. Seems like we got our cousin to meet Stella again. They used to be friends a long time ago, so we're gonna see what their story's about. We ended up meeting Kanika and a few other characters. I'm already forgetting names. But we're gonna see how, I believe we're in chapter 3 goes. So let's continue our journey within Scarlet Hollow. Hope you're doing alright so far. Or that your day has been good. There you go. Guess we could actually get a quick recap. Let's see what it talks about. The funeral of Pearlie Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunts. Seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with that side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate, Tabitha says. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering around anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Captain, afraid! So what do you say? Wanna tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky, that sort of thing? You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. The single deer remains behind, staring down the beam still of the flashlight, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Can you hear the weaselly whispers of new growth? Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Umi has Kinu, my hero. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispering tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Oh my god! Oh my god! What do we do? Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Welcome home. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh good, he's still here. But listen, you'd better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. I've been thinking about what you went through all night. You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you steaming tea from her thermos. Just don't make yourself a burden, all right? I have a lot to do today. Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? Sorry. That's Wayne fella, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talk. Got it? I don't want to disappear, too. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree, so just go someplace else before. Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed a girl with dark braid and glasses sneaking along the ridge. It's Rosalina. It's Rosalina. Nika, we found her. She's headed up the hill. They went in. Does Stella have no sense of self-preservation? My dad says our house is haunted. Nika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxious hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Umi Hazakino, are you alright? You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Holy shit, you're okay, thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Like, shut up. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts, and after your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your thoughts. Now it's time to wake up. Sunshine flutters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. It's take a shower. It wants to be grimy. Step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you think about Duke, an image of him lying there slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. Grow feverishly, trying to scrape the memories from your skin as if they're a part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and wonder how many times he's watched you unseen. Think about someone special. Think about finally being out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. With everything that's been going down, I think Sybil's warning might be the most, makes the most sense. Someone special though. Anyways. You think about Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Let's always check on Dustin. Always gotta make sure Dustin's alright. There are two of them now. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name is Mom. She came to visit. Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Dustin says you're not dangerous. Dustin is fool. All humans dangerous. Mom, not understand, Dustin. Shh. What happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin, Mom out. Squatter tried to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. They just tried to survive, just like all creatures. Dustin still have much to learn. Try to rub it every night. Can you console me? Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. If Cat Monster wants to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature. I've gotta go. Bye. Kid. That's that. Look out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Turn back to the guest room. As message both. See how they're doing. Pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kaneka. What's the game plan, y'all? I actually bonded with Tabitha last night. Can't wait to Ghost Bus tonight. And a photo of pained old man. Morning, how are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Let's see. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Kenai, no, it hasn't. I said no in this closet. You turn back to the guest room. Well, your phone to text Stella. Nazca in Gringy basement? I'll ask her personally. How are you holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. I'll just text all of them. Well, your phone. Our things with Miles. Send her a photo. Are you holding up? Though technically asking about Miles would have been probably better. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. Oh. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best as she can. Oh, woman, destroying the natural aura of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress eating ice cream for breakfast. Explore. Bonjour, Frou. Nobody lives in the garden, right? The opposite of my dresser told me someone's squatting in the greenhouse. The red-haired woman, your boiled peanuts. Hello? Are we having ice cream for breakfast ahead, Tabitha? How's it going? Hey, cousin. How's it hanging? I always say hi to Frou. Bonjour, Frou. Bonjour? C'est bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see you talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kind of are. The possum in my dresser told me someone's squatting in the greenhouse. This place is infested with those things. Oh, be nice. I think they're cute. Anyways, nobody lives in the garden. Why are you even asking? Out with it. And I don't want any of this talking animals nonsense. Dresser possum? What am I even doing right now? I'm just joshing. I'm sticking with my dresser possum. Sorry, I can talk to animals, you know. Look, I found this gory footprint in the garden yesterday, and now the dresser possums are telling me there's a squatter. Look, I found this gory. Sticking with my dresser possum story. I can talk to animals, you know. Why be ashamed? Stick it through. Sure you can. Offer the red-headed woman your boiled peanuts. You held out your boiled peanuts as an offering to the woman in the kitchen. Thank you so much for the generous offer, sweetie, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I had a really bad experience with boiled peanuts once in the summer of, 17. Wait, let me think. 16? No, it was definitely 17. Anyways, my husband and Tulip and I were on this road trip to Blowing Rock and... Umi Hazakinu, where did you even get those things? Hi, I'm Umi Hazakinu. Good morning. I'm Janie, just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Mihazakinu. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie? But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. What I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company with everything that's... Janie! Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Hey, cuz, how's it going? Hanging. You're chipper for someone who was almost crushed under a mountain of rocks last night. I've got a new lease on life. There's no better way to feel alive than by lying to yourself and bearing your trauma. Woo! I choose not to think about the past. But to mind things what you want to say. Yeah, actually I'm more interested in the second one. Nope, wait. There's no better way to feel alive than by lying to yourself and bearing your trauma. Great. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town. Every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Yay, because about it, but I haven't had breakfast. You can't take my... I don't need a babysitter. He can't just take my freedom like that, but I haven't had breakfast. I'll meet you outside. Sure, I'll meet you outside. Are you seriously asking for time alone here after you just probed me about whether the garden has a squatter problem? What do you take me for, an idiot? I'm already behind on my day. I don't have time to deal with hijinks. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remained between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Mihazakito, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before. Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing, everyone getting out of that situation all right. Gonna come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time? To go, Tabitha's foot tapping is driving me insane, but it's been nice meeting you, but I've got to balance. Have you seen anyone prowling around the estate? Anything about a guy named Wayne? Have you seen any weird creatures around? Tabitha's so mean to you. Why do you clean this place? You should get out of town. Thinks last night was a lot. You only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time? Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. My husband's a pastor, so a lot of my time spent at the church and doing things for the community. Poor Daniel. He's been going absolutely stir-crazy since we've moved here. What with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk to you through your worries. Everything that's been going on lately, having a priest on speed dial seems handy. That's wonderful. Thank you for the offer. Maybe we'll see. I'm not really religious. I'm not Christian, but thanks for your offer. I'd rather not. That's wonderful. Thank you for the offer. Of course, he's always ready and willing to talk with people, so feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door is always open. Why do you clean this place? I don't really ask myself that sort of question. It's a job, I get paid, and of course, I've known the family for a while, so it seemed like a decent thing to do. To make a little extra money. Plus, maybe one of these days she'll let me really spruce up the place. Can you imagine it back to its full glory? It'd be a lot of work, but what a project. Keep dreaming, Janie. Enough dawdling, we're leaving. You're in Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The town ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin seems surprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. Shouldn't we be solving a mystery here now? After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go out on an errand. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, neat. What kind of tea? I don't know, the kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff. I don't know what all of it is called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends, jeez. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha return as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Nika exits shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff he never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kaneka storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. More people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Out of curiosity, would you call yourself happy? Tabitha pulls back, surprised by your question. Look, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Sure, I could be less stressed, but that doesn't have to do with emotions. That's just like work stuff. I don't know. So yeah, sure, I'm happy, whatever. Come on already, let's go. Yeah, but he's there every day, and I know he comes in to see you every now and then, so... I hardly think Mr. Tremaine not coming into the diner for one day is something to worry about. Well, if you say so. See you around, Sybil. You have a good one, dear. Whoa, Tabitha, long time no see. Feels like you never make it all the way down to Main Street. Okay. Hey, I'm sure it goes without saying, but I just want you to know that all of us over at the diner really feel for you. Anything you need, just let us know, okay? What? Avery nods politely and then leaves without saying another word. What the hell was that? That's Avery. That's Avery, Tabitha from the diner. When you live here, I should be asking you who people are. Probably no one important. It's Avery. Okay, sure. Anyway, it's not important. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. What did she say? Is the new blend ready? Of course. We'll be on the Kino. If you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Okay. Sounds like your daughter's pretty mad at you, Sybil. Can I go with you? I like the tea room. I'm afraid I might let him makes fun of me for being alone. That would be fun. And now, have some tea. Is Kaneka okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions are a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both of my little ones made it out okay. Excuse me, sorry about that. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Kina, I try and listen in. I'll respect the prop. I mean, I have keen eyes, so. Should I not? Should I be a snoop? I am curious. I also kind of want to see how Miles is doing after yesterday. Let's chat with Miles. So, Miles. Before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Umi Hazakinu, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Could have saved him. I'm so sorry. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Sorry, Bo. Found his body yet. They seem to want to pin it on me. Folks don't seem to care whether your dad's dead, do they? Could have saved him. Sorry. It's okay. My daddy used to say I'm as strong as they come, but I still get scared sometimes out in them woods. I'm sure you did the best you could. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so is she. But I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You were there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Big Betty, one of your chickens? Dangerous up there. I want to go poking around. If you're scared of the woods, you shouldn't go up there. You should let the police handle it. They haven't found him yet. There's probably nothing left to find. I don't think you want to seem like that. Dad was killed by ditchlings. They're the things that have been stealing your chickens. Have you seen anything strange on the farm? Tell you where he is. Let's not say he died on the north edge of town, off the Asigna Trail. Big Betty, one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty's our prize pumpkin. She was a big lady too. I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet. What with everything else going on? You're scared of the woods, you shouldn't go up there. Shouldn't the police handle it? They haven't found him yet. You're scared of the woods, you shouldn't go up there. My daddy always said that even if I felt afraid, I should remember I was big and strong. He said if I knew to use my fists, there wasn't anything that could hurt me, so he taught me how to use them. So those woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's a better way to show my daddy I've learned a lesson than to go out there and find him. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. That's the things that have been stealing your chickens. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're the things that have been stealing your chickens. The monsters that showed up when something bad is going to happen, and they're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of ditchlings before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find them. You seen anything strange in the farm? Past couple of days? Not really, no. I've been awfully busy with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. Died on the north edge of town of the signal. There's Gina trial. Died on the northwest edge of town of the Gina trial. Thank you, Huskinu. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Their phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gonna make myself breakfast, meet at the library after, and figure out plan. And it buzzes again. Hey again, Hall. If you want to come over for breakfast, would honestly love to hang out. It buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Oh, hey again. If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in that abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. Tabitha sure is taking her time in there. Wait for Tabitha. After Kim. Mika. Stella, let's go to the diner to see Avery. Ever be respectful. Never Tabitha. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best to just stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. Doing okay, buddy? How are your dailies going? You don't seem to get along, huh? Hey, hurry up in there. You need something to seem busy. How are your dailies going? Miles doesn't dignify your question with an answer. Doing okay, buddy? Miles glances at you, eyes narrowed. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name. I am weird. What did I do? Weird being on the phone 24/7 is weird. Okay. Wait, I'm weird? What did I do? You're friends with Kanika. None of her friends are normal. Her bestie is that Stella chick. Oh yeah, you're weird. Miles returns to his phone. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. And miss out on cousin bonding time? I'm too scared of you to do that. I'm not eager to leave your side after the past couple of nights. Family's important. I'm not just going to ditch you. No one else in this town interests me. Why would I even bother with them? Family's important. I'm not going to ditch you. That's a nice sentiment. We'll see if you can actually put it into practice by not doing anything weird or dangerous for the rest of the week. I've got a couple hours to stare. Let's pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Follow her. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on a quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees, just more convenient, you know? Cool. Near I thought the estate was your secret lair. That seems sinister. Cool. Yeah, it is cool. It's nice to have a place where nobody can bother me. Oh, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Her cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in, don't worry, it's empty. Follow her. Follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? Kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. This place clearly gets cleaned regularly, but it doesn't feel like a real home. Feels like a set piece, like you've both wandered into a play. And if you were to look at the walls from another angle, you'd see them as the two-dimensional illusions they are. Talk about Tabitha, talk about your relationship, ask about the people in town. So the ghost hunting thing is still happening. Yeah, here you probably have to get back to Livingston, right? Somewhere to be. Talk about your family. What's Perlane like? What's Perlane like? Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities, night and day from what I've heard. Perlane was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. How did she die? Sleep apnea. Your dad like? Oh no, he just up and left one day. He didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. No one in this town will have two parents. Hooray, another member of the Deadbeat Dads Club. Sorry, this must have been really hard for you. Sound like he was a real loser. That's what Perlin always said. I just don't think about him anymore. If he didn't want anything to do with me, it's his loss. Tell me about any other family member? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us or her upbringing? Fine, I'll give you a brief history, since she never even bothered. Elaine and Vivian were raised by their grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Eddie, ran the mine before Perlane, and then Perlane took over. And now here I am following in their footsteps. Grandma Eddie like? Did you know her? What's Grandma Eddie like? Did you know her? Tabitha is quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kind of scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of cream. Did I? No, I was right. Okay. Remain silent. Talk about Tabitha. Talk about your relationship. Ask about the people. Ghost hunting thing is still happening? Huh, really? Stella will be there. But so can Kaneka. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again. Yeah, okay, count me in. Talk about Tabitha. Is this state stifling to you? Is that why you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess this state has a lot of history. Dang, it's really loud. French, my bad. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the state is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulder. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. Do you even get to travel? You ever get to travel? I saw your blowing rock mug. My what? Oh, that must be one of Janie's. She was always saying we didn't have enough cups. There are 3 cups. That's plenty. One for me, one for Perlane, and one for the occasional guest. But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. Not that I asked, she just tells me stuff about her family. Anyways, she said they have mugs to spare. As if I needed her charity, I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back. Anyways, to answer your questions, no, I don't travel. Too much to do. Sure, I'd love to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of the company. It's not like anyone can cover for me. Maybe when I retire, if that ever happens. Jamie seems like a busybody. Maybe this week or we can go to the beach together. You've never felt left Scarlet Hollow. You live in a massive mansion but only have 3 cups. Janie seems like a busybody. Janie seems like a busybody. Alright. I only hire her to clean, but she keeps insisting on talking to me and micromanaging the way I run the household. The number of cups we have is none of her business. And I definitely don't need to know what her family did over the weekend, or what cute things her kids said, or how much she loves her wet napkin of a husband. You live in a massive mansion but only have 3 cups. Why does everyone get hung up on that? It's not like the Scarlet don't own more dishware, but I'm not going to use the fine china to drink Pepsi. And we technically have 4 glasses, but one of them is used for the silverware. So there, we have more than 3. Elaine was a monster. You've never left Scarlet Hollow? Maybe this week is over, we can go to the beach together. Elaine was a monster. Never left Scarlet Hollow. Because I know she don't like being with like groups. So hanging together would be probably nice, but she might not like it. Asking her... I guess asking her about the never leaving would make most sense for me. Never left Scarlet Hollow? You act like it's weird. Traveling is difficult and stressful. I've seen vacation movies. Something always goes wrong. So even if I had a day off, why would I want to spend it driving somewhere when I could spend it actually relaxing? I don't need to see some windy rock or even the beach. It just doesn't seem worth all the hassle. Can I try some of that tree picks up? It smells nice. Nope, it's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. You like living here? Like I said, it's the only thing I know. I need to have lived somewhere else to know if you like it here. I respectfully disagree. Everything in life requires context to properly understand. I don't have context here. You don't need context to know if you like living somewhere. I know I asked you earlier, but you are happy here. But are you happy here? Be honest. I could question her judgments. But I know that's not the time because it's barely getting to know. It's better to just let it go for now. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of Perlane drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, this entire town falls into ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off. What would you want to do if you weren't here? Sorry, you'd never had a chance to live your life of your own. Always just give the mines to me, like a trading place sort of thing. But if I moved here after everything's said and done, who cares if the town falls to ruin? Why is it your responsibility? True. Should just leave. Things are bad everywhere. It probably isn't much worse here than it is out there. This reminds me of a vampire therapist, because it's not her responsibility to take care of the town. And there's no guarantee that the town is going to fall into ruins if she's not around. Let's just keep the mind to me, like a trading place sort of thing. What if I moved here after everything's said and done? You never got a chance to live your own life. What would you want to do if you weren't here? What would you want to do if you weren't here? Honestly, I wasn't joking when I said I could imagine living as a bank teller. My entire life has been defined by my obligations. I'd like nothing more than to go somewhere, go do a task, and go home. Not that it matters. I am here and my life is defined by those obligations. Dreaming about some other life only makes the one I have more difficult. Ask about team. Dreaming about some other life. Okay. Okay. And I've already asked, but now that we're hanging out, can you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella? Alright, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and... Anyway, Perlane didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There was no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Elaine made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. I banned her from your property, though. You're acting like Pearline ended it all, but Stella hasn't stopped trying to be there for you. I don't know. Pearline made me do it, and she's not even in the ground yet. I haven't had time to figure out how I feel. Do you want me to try and get you in with Kaneka? Kaneka? Yeah, I don't know. Please, if she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Umi Hazakinu. What do you think of Oscar? I think he's doing a bad job raising his kid. Take last night, for instance. She has way too much freedom. But what do you expect from someone who had a surprise baby at 19? Plus, I have my own library, not that I have time to read anymore. What do I think of Avery? Who? Avery, you literally met them at the general store this morning and then asked who they were. Except Steiner, where's Plant? There's Plant shirts. I have no idea who you're talking about. What's going on with Wayne? He's been following me. I think there's something wrong with him. Wayne? As in Sam Wayne? I don't know who you think is following you, but it can't be him. Caroline sent him packing. Sorry, it's a bit of a sore spot for me. I'd rather not talk about it. Tabitha, the man is stalking me. Come on, you can trust me. At some point this week, you're going to have to stop brushing off everything that's happening around town. Fine. Okay, boundaries respected. Yeah. Okay, boundaries respected. Thanks. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her, but I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Why did you hire Janie? Perlane hired Janie. She was my babysitter before babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. The police are really on my ass. Yeah, I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. What about your relationship? I can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. That's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? What I can't believe is that I'm actually almost enjoying it. I have things that Pearline tell you about me and my mom. What do you really think of me? I'm glad you're here. Please don't make me say anything more than that. It's degrading for both of us. And the things that Pearline tell you about me and my mom. It doesn't matter what she's told anyone about you. She's dead, and in a few days we're going to bury her in the ground. And you let on. You're a better person than you let on. I'm not a good person, Umi Hazakinu. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. I almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day! Oh, almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day! Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar and Rosalina. Meet y'all there in half an hour. I totally blinked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Sad face. Well, they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go there, see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. It's Mayor Jimmy Day. Gotta meet the mayor till there's a curse in the town. This connected still making plans for Mayor Jimmy Day. Everyone's so jazzed about meeting the mayor. It's just folks making plans for the day. It's Mayor Jimmy Day? Ugh, what a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog-mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. And if Stella's gonna be there. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. spend some quality time with Tabitha. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see a furious woman making a beeline for you and Tabitha. Becca slinking behind her. This must be her mother. Tabitha, someone's coming. Tap Tabitha's shoulder. Riley tapped Tabitha's shoulder. What? Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as a furious woman tears into Tabitha. What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mind collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. You shouldn't talk to your daughter like that. It's bad parenting. Your husband told your daughter it's safe to go to the mine. Of course, he was demoted. Complaining about your husband being demoted, I almost died trying to help your daughter. Lucky your daughter didn't get herself killed last night. Just ignore her, Tabitha. She kind of has a point, Tabitha. You shouldn't talk to your daughter like that. It's bad parenting. I'm right here. Oh, I've heard about you. What do you possibly know about being a parent? My Becca had never done anything wrong in her life. There'll be hell to pay for both of you. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs, a place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. The woman stormed off just as quickly as she stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang out around town the day after something like that. It don't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. Keep an eye on Stella for me until tonight. She is a loose cannon, and I want her eyes on her before she causes any other trouble this week, okay? Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Go to the library. You enter the former town hall. Now Scarlet Hollow's library is surprisingly busy. A small crowd formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here. Surprised to see you here, Umi Hazakinu. I half expected you to have skipped town. Yes, this whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Umi Hazakinu to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it, trust us. Alright, shall we? Oh, yep, he's a dog. And judging from the series of portraits lining the wall, Tabitha wasn't pulling your leg. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in the living memory has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. What have you got? You got something wet and nutty. Boiled Peanuts offer him a campaign contribution. You should hold out your hand now, slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor's nose twitches eagerly as their strong odor, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legumes. Drop it, sir, drop it! The security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Thank you for the generous campaign donation. Oh, hey, you finally got rid of those things. Thank God. You better hope those nuts settle well. If the mayor gets any tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket peanuts, they'll be here at hell to pay. Well, never. Now you see what I mean? Not so much as begging before he dove right for the snacks. I smelled those peanuts on you since day one, and you never saw me become such an animal over them. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Hey, are you Deputy Flinkin? Shake his paw. It was lovely meeting you, Mr. Mayor. He's a dog. I knew he'd be a dog. Lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches are allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interest in heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. Mayor scoffs. Off duty? The services you render for me are more important than your police work. I found Duke's body. What are you even doing here? He's a dog. I knew he'd be a dog. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Or doomed, are we? Okay, we met the mayor. Let's go. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger of to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I have been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with a mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? You care about tourists? Wait, how do you know what's going on? So you know there are monsters laying eggs in local animals and you're just going to just let it happen? You're very well spoken. I can see how you got You're very well spoken. I can see how you got elected. Yeah, the murmurs behind you intensify as you continue your conversation with the mayor. It's not just fancy words to get you elected, human. It's hard work, dedication, and that unspoken charisma that carries a true leader to victory. Scraps and Daisy put up a good fight, but I just had something they lacked. The humans knew it, the dogs knew it, well, most of the dogs. There's still a few hearts I'd never won. His gaze falls briefly on Gretchen, who huffily turns away. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the harrier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps never would have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. Well, your dog is not like he has any real power. Got a good point, Mr. Mayor. I guess every politician is corrupt and cowardly, even the actual dogs. Now your dog is yelling at them. Oh, Gretchen is barking a lot. I think she doesn't like the mayor. Well, your dog is not like he has any real power. Got a good point, Mr. Mayor. It's only a dog. It's not like he has any real power. No real power? Why, never. He could have power if he could have power if he ever actually acted on what he promised the dogs of the town. Scraps would have been out in those woods at the very first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creature who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. And here he is posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirmed in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen! Calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate, near to well, you dog! Taneka is quick to follow. Follow them. The dog, though. The dog. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Umi Hazakinu. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Now Pearline's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Not kid ourselves, we both know Pearline's in hell. I believe in an afterlife. Oh, thank God, I've been hoping to find a priest. Know anything about ghosts? Danny mentioned you this morning. Rachel says she didn't vote for the mayor. The mayor's a hucksucker and fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. Go, nice meeting you though. Don't talk to me. Back off, preacher man. I ain't bringing what you're selling. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. Yeah, thank God. I've been hoping to find priest. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts. I've never encountered one myself, but I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Perlane? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? No, Oscar's place is haunted. I think we need an exorcism. Dang, I thought you might have some good ghost story. You? No, I mean real ghost does. Scary stuff, never mind. No, Oscar's place is haunted. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something. I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in the malicious spirits, lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of the closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. Wait, you believe in some ghosts but not others? What makes you an authority on that? There were ghosts in the mines last night. There have been a lot of supernatural stuff happening the past few days. Are you calling Oscar a liar? I trust Oscar. She come ghost studying with us tonight and then prove it's not a haunting. You believe in some ghosts and not others? What makes you an authority on that? I trust Oscar. I'm sure Mr. Gutierrez saw something, but I'm just suggesting he may have misinterpreted a sign from beyond. A lot of folks are frightened when presented with such visions. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't believe in afterlife. You mentioned Perlane was being in a better place. I doubt it was a better place. Sounds like she was offered. You mentioned Perlane being in a better place earlier. I doubt it's a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. They barely knows this. The dude getting carried off. The fuck? Alright. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Rachel says she didn't vote for the mayor. The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. The bastard goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet. A smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. You too? He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we might have a lot to talk about. He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Go after them. You find them already talking to someone deeper in the library. This must be Oscar you've heard so much about. Does he know that he owes you his daughter's life? I'm sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up. I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until the spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not gonna waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are gonna be the death of me. Oh, Oscar, this is Umi Hazakinu, Tabitha's cousin. You really pulled through last night. Oh, thank you so much. Last night was almost a disaster. I can't believe that's after all of that, you're helping me and Rosa again. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is pretty serious ghost infestation. Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. Don't worry, Oscar, we'll fix this. We have the power of friendship on our side. Still don't think ghosts are real. Starting to get cold feet about this cold sun. We have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, is that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Oh yeah, Mihazakinu, we made dinner plans with our pal Reese yesterday. I'm sure his mom will totally be fine with an extra guest. Will she? Absolutely, and maybe we can even get him to come ghost hunting with us. Tabitha did ask you to keep an eye on Stella. Dinner is an easy way to do that. I'm gonna get back to it. See y'all tonight. Time to go. Back to Animal Explorer. So about the mayor. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. Before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. So about the mayor. He's corrupt. That dog cares more about tourist money than protecting the town. I like the cut of Jim. It's good to see someone willing to keep things orderly during a time of crisis. Not sure we can count on his support. We should vote for Scrap's next election. That's who Gretchen supports. You should vote for Scrap's next election. That's who Gretchen supports. Wait, how do you know about Scraps? Can you actually talk to animals? I've always liked Scraps. Gretchen's got good taste. I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until you tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving the little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think he comes off a little weird because he shares my gift. Wait, you don't mean... Yeah, he corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Okay, assuming for a minute that both you and Pastor Daniel have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. For instance, you don't make my skin crawl, he does. I wonder how many people out there share a gift. There's so many implications. I'm going to continue to pretend that Umi Hazakino is just good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle many more world-shattering revelations this week. Oh, before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her? Even after last night? Of course you did. I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. I mean, I guess. Good call, Umi Hazakino. I can't wait to hang out with her more. Kanika says. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Oh, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. At Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. Pieces. You find yourself in front of what must be Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. Wait, Stella. Before you go in there, you told Umi Hazakino about Reese's situation, right? What, his art? Oh, the illness thing. No, we've been a little busy for small talk, with all the scary events going on. God. This has been such a long week already. Well, like Stella said, Reese has an illness and Dr. Kelly is really serious about it, so please don't make her mad or she'll yell at us. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Yumi Hazakino, right? Stella told me you were coming. My goodness gracious, there's something in that... There's something that smells terribly off about the boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Oh, are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought another guest, and the dog, great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But... It's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. I always have some of those easy-chewed dog jerky stashed away. The gall! The gumption! This is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Unica nervously tugs Stella away from towards her van. You keep us safe from the monster, Umi Hazakino, you hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. Dr. Kelly quietly eyes you while the three of you wait. I mean, it's not good to just mention that. Hey, Dr. Kelly. Hey, Joanne. Just dog, why doesn't Gretchen like you, Reese? I mean, there's a reason why she's barking, so it's kind of curious to ask, but straight up mentioning it is not gonna get an answer. So, hey, Dr. Kelly. Just come in, let's get this over with. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. How is it so loud? Oh my god. Alright. Hopefully my crunches don't go through. I apologize. Alright. Continuing on. The house feels cold. Not only is there a small, odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner roll baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. How can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have this quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considered subjecting your fancier disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. Can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. This is the basement of a tortured artist. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corner of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Right, your mom is scary. So Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days. Your whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. You're sick with art. That's quite a movie collection you got. Any Rex? You three go way back home. If you need someone to post your painting this week, wanna go some ghost hunting with us tonight? Your whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre. Macabre? Macabre. Macabre. I don't want to say macabre. Yeah. Reese, you make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable, but one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else. And I'm okay with it. Damn, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. Well, make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. True, well, I'll join the worms one day. We just gotta make the best of what we got. What's your diagnosis? You don't mind me. True. Well, I'll join the worms one day. We gotta make the best of what we've got. See, Umi has a key to gets me. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Your art. It's quite a movie collection you've got. Any Rex? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Chi no Chi? Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Is that real, actually? Kinda curious. Excuse my slight disappearance. I do want to do something real quick. No, what is it called? Chi no Chi. Chi no Chi. Death Blood movie. I guess not. Noroi. Alright. Whatever the case may be, I guess it's based off of Nori the Curse. Noroi. Oh, the curse, there it is. So, a horror movie mystery that came in 2005, Nori the Curse. Okay. Interesting, interesting. I didn't get that great of reviews though. But I'm curious now. Oh, it's on Shudder? Comments are turned off. Alright. Alright, I'm curious about it, but I'll watch it another time. It is there though. Excuse me for a second, sorry. I'm just responding to a quick message. Okay. Alright. Thank you very much for your patience. Uh, yeah. All right. So, with that said and done, I will. Uh, okay. Continue it on now. I'm gonna make sure. There you go. No, wait, I saved the name. Okay, no, right, yeah. Still there. Good. Mm-hmm. Next example. Oh, yeah. All right, let's continue on. Damn, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghostbust his place. He's apparently dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight. Considering everything that's happened, he and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain shot on that movie though. Could always ditch this movie. I don't like horror movies anyways. Take a rain check on that movie though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Umi Hazakinu. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can't close up early. Your mom's scary. Your mom really looks out for you. So has Stella told you about everything, your art, so you free go way back. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week. That's so kind of you to offer, but if you're okay with hanging out at weird hours, I'd love for you to come by and sit for me. It's been a long time since I was able to draw anyone but myself, and I'd really appreciate the company. Maybe we could all come. Wouldn't that be fun? Your mom's scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit on edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. No, you think you need her, but there's plenty of people out there who'd love to dote on you. Guess that makes sense. She's probably just worried about you and doing her best. She's controlling. She's kind of hot, man. Anyways, I guess that makes sense. She's probably just worried about you, doing her best. Are you sure it's not just that I did something wrong and she's never forgotten it and will hold it against me until the day I die? Actually, I mean, Kaneka, I think she admires you. She says you have a good work ethic. And she has a lot of respect for people like that. Really? She really said that? Whoa, then I can't imagine how mean she must be at the people she doesn't like. I think she's usually nicer to them. That's how you know you really messed up. What about me? Does she say things about me? Do you want to know? Well, when you say it like that, no. Let's just keep imagining us as very good friends. Your art. It's grotesque. It's so emo. There sure is a lot of it. Never mind, Rumi's. It's exquisite. Thank you, Umi Hazakinu. I don't really make my art for other people, so it's always a nice surprise when it resonates with someone. especially considering how personal these pieces are to me. Having other people look at them sometimes feels like I'm having them look over a raw wound. You know, I've still got that painting I stole from you back in high school. I even took it to college with me. You make my bad. You know, I've still got that painting I stole from you back in high school. I even took it to college with me. You make good stuff, dude. Oh, you know, oh no, you should get rid of that old thing. It's ancient. Knowing there are people out there who might see something I made in high school is horrifying. The hell? No, that's why. Hello, little one. Calm yourself. Calm yourself, little one. Alright. No way, it's rad and people compliment it all the time. You could gain a real following if you ever posted these online, you know? Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella. Having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads. Knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is on live stream during Google hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. And I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. Still, I told you about what's going on. You three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were struck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though. To be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. So Estella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? That doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for. I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, aren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've seen? Yeah, they've been coming up on my windows at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I didn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them actually. Tell me what you think. Yep. He pulled out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally, if she wasn't like that towards everyone, or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's terrible. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following me behind Zakina around, being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. Want to go ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Dinner's on the table. I can't do it. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you're all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Sure thing, Doc. I'm allergic to soap and can't wash my hands. But wash your hands. Yeah, go wash your hands. No use saying anything here. It's probably best to just silently comply. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door, open the door, open the door. Man, these are a lot of options. I don't know. I choose the last one. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well, there's something compelling about this door. I need to see what's behind this door. Looking for the bathroom? Nothing. There's something compelling about this door. No, there isn't. Now wash your hands. Turn to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind this door. Oh no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by your shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner's already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Mika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun and the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. Turns out the mom was pointing her kid for 18 years. The danger. The danger. See any weird hairless creature screaming? Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? You can help our investigation into the strange goings on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation? Into what? The mine collapse? I think this is best left to a professional, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police responses so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. The chances are you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as the accident it was, not like some kind of mystery to unravel. Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Umi Hazakino around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. I've caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use some medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. It's someone harassing you. You should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. I still haven't found it. Do you have any weird hairless creatures scurrying around the woods at night? Have you seen any sick animals lately? Have there been any other strange illnesses spread around the town? Blah, blah, blah. What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any miners who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy? Or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Umi Hazakino ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating PAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Have you seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Yeah, I expected it. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. It's not something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for cows to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating. There you go. Pupating inside one of the Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. Keen eye. Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glanced towards her son before flitting back to a position of annoyance. You can't help but feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry to be genuine fear. Everything else she wouldn't really tell me anything about. About Reese. Does no one in this town have two parents? Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and the job's even more so. Things happen, not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find happy endings anywhere. Though it doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy even if bad things have happened to them. I guess living in denial is kind of happiness, sure. Do you think Reese might feel better if he got to see people more often? Reese is a talented artist. Let's be very proud of him. You must be proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Do you think Reese might feel better if he got to see people more often? No. I miss Doctor and his mother. You are someone who met him for the first time less than half an hour ago. One of us is a little more qualified to make decisions about his life. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I mean, as okay as I usually do, so still kind of shitty. But I don't think having people over has been rough on my health, as you thought it might be. It's been really nice. Hear that? Reese can hang out with friends again. If you're still feeling okay after dinner, maybe you can even come ghost hunting with us. Ow, jeez, Kanika. What was that for? Don't push it, Stella. Just say that next time instead of kicking me. Your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. They're not arbitrary. These rules are in place for a good reason. Tell me how great you feel in an hour when the exhaustion catches up to you, Reese. You'll be knocked out all evening and regretting every minute of this, let me assure you. As if I would regret being able to see other people for the first time in months. I don't care what happens, it was worth it. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, noting is making eye contact with anyone else. What exactly does he have? He has a combination of genetic diseases that gave him a fragile immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into, a lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it again, so let's drop it. I'm fine with talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. With everything that's going on. Honestly. I gotta. You know, I think I saw a video online about a family like yours. It turns out the mom had been poisoning her kid for 18 years. The dinner table goes quiet. Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. Wild stuff. Is that so? The silence returns. Seconds feel drawn out like minutes. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thoughts. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Umi Hazakino is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone, just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix it. Fix? Silence as Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it! I knew it! I knew this would be too much. Everyone, get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. I don't know something is up here. I think we don't know something is up here. We have stuff to do anyways. He seemed quite fine before dinner. I don't know something is up here. I don't care what you think. I just want you out so I can take care of my son. The three of you rush to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your face as the click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid and for so long? No, there's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched, and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we can rule it out. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? Something weird happened when I came to wash my hands. Like I was forced to try to break into the clinic. Forced? How? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like the carving in the pit last night before you had the seizure? It was like kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it's kind of similar. Guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on the bad vibe Umi Hazakinu got. Do either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? I could have sworn I saw genuine fear in her eyes for a second there. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. If anyone is afraid of anyone in the house, Reese is afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We should probably go back and forth on this. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Look, little creatures are over there. Maybe Kanika is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Keen-eye, before you enter, a pair of figures in the nearby bush catch your eye. You can't help but feel with every passing day the ditchlings grow bolder. To the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in the library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay? Yeah, it went okay. Reese wasn't feeling up for a longer hangout, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. It just means we have more time to hunt ghosts. I've come fully loaded. I got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video camera, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, sharpies, and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. And you've got your spectre-sniffing compatriots at your side too. There's no skin to sniff out any ne'er-do-well. We might find whether spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and then a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, that is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I am more than ready to try again. Lord Kenai. I've had a bad feeling about this. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside. Who knows how many more are lurking around here? That's concerning. Are we sure it's safe to be around them? If Sybil's right, we're only going to see more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. The whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. There's nothing unexplainable about a mine collapse. Whatever weird stuff we saw last night was probably just a gas leak. There could always be a rational, non-supernatural explanation to what I saw last night. Like aliens. Sheesh. Last night was weird. I don't know what we saw. Same here. It was so dark and cramped in there, I can't be sure anything I heard or saw wasn't just part of a long drawn out panic attack. Good thing I got audio of the knocking. Real proof that we had a paranormal encounter. Or proof that the rocks were shifting around us, preceding a cave-in. One of these things is just slightly more likely than the other. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Dang, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, this certainly is not a human. That is a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening, and that whatever foul creature lurk in the shadows choose to prey on someone else. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here? Well, if you all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. Hey, human! Kick ghost ass, okay? All my stuff in there. All my stuff in there. The hell? It looks like the sun has almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You didn't think you'd be doing this without me, did you? Rosalina? I thought you were at Alex's place. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. She's really convincing. Yo, hi Zaid, what's up? Yo. You don't have to leave me out of stuff like this anymore, Dad. I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting. I can handle seeing a ghost or whatever it is that's keeping us out of our house. I really don't think you want to see what's in there, Rosalina. I don't know if you'd ever be able to feel safe in our house again if you knew it was there. I mean, things come in. It's not like tonight is an adults only event. I mean, Zane's coming. It's not like tonight is an adults only event. He's got a good point, Miss G. Yeah, I don't want to be coddled just because you're scared. Alexis and I can handle this. It's best to give this pup the chance to face her obstacles head on. Take it from an old soul like me. Yeah, we can totally handle this. Okay. I'm sorry, Rosa. Just let me know if it gets too much and you want to leave, okay? Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Kenai, aside from the painting on the floor, the living room feels too normal, too human to be haunted. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything about around the picture. But I'll set up the camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Tabby! Great, she's here. Wow, Mihazakino, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know? Yeah, I know. We all know. Mihazakino, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? It's my cousin. She just wanted to make sure I don't get hurt. But I like her. We're friends. I'm just placating her. I like her. We're friends. I like her. We're friends. I like her. We're friends. Really? Yeah, so what? Like, it's weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Mihazakino. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sound like we're in for an interesting night. I wonder if the ghost will ever show with this many people around. Oh dear, could someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful chill. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot? I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Right, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I feel the presence. Come on, ghost, let's see some real action. Here, let's just leave. Gang, I think we'll cover more ground. Maybe just shut up, you guys. Yeah. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. Alright, gang, I think we're... Scooby-Doo reference, love it. Alright, gang, I think we'll cover more ground and we split up and search for clues. Hell, if that's the case, then I call dibs on Tabby. Fine, but Umi Hazakino is coming along too. The three of us can search the least dangerous room, like a bathroom or a closet. No, absolutely not. I think we all know how that would go. Ghost or no, splitting up is always a recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're probably right. If we discover a ghost here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols for every major religion. Assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jar, or ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. That's a huge estate. Teen interest. Mini Boys Band. New album. That feeling again. Like that mind's like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something in this is in this house though. Whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa! This is where I've seen it appear on top of the stain. Do you mean this massive blood stain? It stinks to high heaven. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you've scrubbed the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of a summoning ritual. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Dr. Animals, Gretchen says it's a blood stain. Gretchen says it's a blood stain. Gretchen says? Ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Umi, Hazakino, and Stella are suggesting. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I'm also kind of assumed it was a ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Anita is obviously right. Did it really not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Della excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise after all. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained in reddish brown. Keen-eyed, there's a broken seal around its edges. Whoever carpeted over this hatch didn't want anyone going down there. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. There's a broken seal around its edges. Someone didn't want us down there. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this has gotta be long gone, right? There's no basement in... There's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted. Alright, you've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Y'all know this last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under the hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet. Or leaked through to the carpet. And it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations. We solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. You're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Some friend Stella turned out to be. She keeps ditching me. Fitting some kind of weird family thing. It was the ghost. Hey, what the hell's going on? It's fitting some kind of weird family thing. Is there a genetic condition I needed to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. The others have passed out in Oscar's house or somewhere deeper into the library. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever was in the basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Oh, how beautiful. Something isn't right. It feels like late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing the scratchy shadow in the distance. You see that creature behind the thorn? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. See that creature behind the thorn? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. You. Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing the scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? Excuse me? It was just normal cream soda, and you had it hours ago. This has nothing to do with me. There's gotta be an exit somewhere, we just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Holy shit! Movement stirs as the figure cloaked in shadows rise attention. Stella? Who are you? Why are you doing on my property? Huh? Wait, shit, Stella, you scared me, huh? I thought Oscar said the county owned this place. What is this? I thought Oscar said the county owned this place. Yeah, Stella, it's us. Quit being weird. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardin now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardin? Eddie? You've got to be kidding me. Was that our great-grandmother's name? Stella, are you okay? You don't look so good right now. No, you're Stella. Quit messing around. Okay, this is definitely a dream. Was that our great-grandmother's name? Yes, and Stella knows that. Quit messing with us, Stella. It's not funny. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here, of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. I'm really scared right now. Does it even matter what I say? Am I supposed to have memorized lines or something? Am I supposed to have memorized lines? Just listen. Instead of responding, you decide to stand back and listen instead. It's like she's got some kind of script. Maybe when it's done, she'll go back to normal? Keen-eyed, a flash of pain in Stella's eyes tell you that she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She is in agony. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up! Shut up! You can't. She's clearly possessed. How do we snap her out of this? Stella the ghost? The ghost this whole time. I'm more important than your responsibilities. She can't. She's clearly possessed. She's clearly possessed. By what? Hello, Scarlet. The ghost is haunting us. Is how obvious. Ghost! You know, I'm a fan of Scooby-Doo. I have to go. Ghost! This isn't funny. I'm freaking out. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Let her go, please. She's gone, along with the shadows in the corner of the room. Come on, we mustn't have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. I think we're in the woods. Hell no, I'm not going back into the house. Do you need to hold my hand? Are you scared? Man, Tabby, I'm scared. Do you need to hold my hand? Hold my hand, Tabby, I'm scared. You should hold hands for safety, not because either of us is scared. Get the hell out of here. We have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We are not being drawn deeper into the weird garden, greenhouse, whatever it is. She yanked your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's turn back. Let's turn back. Yeah, maybe we just got turned around. The two of you turn around, always being met with the same door. Where's that annex? Where are we? I guess we're going through the door. Maybe we turn 360 degrees instead of 180. Let's try again. I don't think we ever left the annex. Bullshit. This is all bullshit. He storms up to the door, throwing it open. Bells ringing as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figurines unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, every so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... Oh, what? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... The cousin is cut off by the dial tone of the disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on a rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Should have just stayed in the library. I can't believe we're gonna have to rescue. Wait, are there multiple ghosts? Charlie and Junior? Do you think it hurts them? Here we go again. Grab tight with it. Okay, I'll back her over. Charlie and Junior? Charlie and Junior? Guess as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person. Please, he's only a child. Leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Collapse. Junior leaving. Charlie returning is starting to come together. Junior leaving. Charlie returning is starting to come together. Great. Mystery solved. You can let us go now, Ghost. Don't listen to him. Charlie, just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little doll here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to keep any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? This sucks. I can't imagine what it must be like to be driven out of your own home like this. I wonder how many of these rooms there are. Mommy is scared. Make the Batman go away. How many rooms are? Hopefully not many. Trust me, boy. The coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe you should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Continue listening. Quietly continue listening. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're on hell. Who did you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell, and whatever we saw in the room at least happened right after the Shaw Mines collapsed in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Right, there's only one way to get an end of this, shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside and it's night. A false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tiny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you've listened to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh. What magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwin, haven't you? Just me, or does that shadow keep getting closer? Oh god, I'll get you out of here, I promise. Okay, fine, I'll watch another little play. Who's this supposed to be? Since they're all scattered, if you're trying to play scare me, it's not work. Dang, how'd you know I have the hots for it? God damn it. Other than next run. Is it just me, or does that shadow seem like it keeps getting closer? Not just you. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family and what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Looks like there's more to this haunting than just a collapse. I don't think I want to know so much about some fling my great-grandmother had. This is definitely too much information, and it really has nothing to do with me. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Oh, just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? The ghost mad because Edward Dean and Charlie's romance didn't work out? Two power parents. Oh, cute. Screw romance. Why wouldn't I want to be like my parents? What do you even know about my parents? Is it ghost mad because Edward Dean and Charlie's romance didn't work out? Pretty pathetic if that's the case. It's not like I'm in a happy relationship, but at least I'm not making it someone else's problem. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No matter more misfortune, not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something, though your hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. That's what's about the misfortune stepping foot outside the holler is the app. One item to quest for when we get out of here. Breaking the bond. The fire map sounds like a quest. Shall do as you say. Oh, an item to quest. Thank you. I shall do as you say. That's where you'll find them. You need her there, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocating flesh with a tinge of saccharin and stomach churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Friend. You book it into the underbush. Hey, wait for me! She joins you, the two of you rushing to get away from Wayne, and as you run, his words follow you into the brush. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Mihazukinu. I don't think that girl is any good for you, Stella. Was that her name? See, she's skilled at finding trouble. Maybe I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. And then silence. Stella? You know, so Wayne is connected to the ditchlings. She can use something about them. I don't know anything about that, and I don't care to find out. But if that gets you to stop engaging him in conversation, then sure. He's connected to the ditchlings, and he's super evil and bad, and talking to him will curse you. Or whatever it is those things are supposed to do. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. Oh no, it's Oscar. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in the center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mom away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Oscar is Charles Sr. So this is the dad. This is the dad, played by a dad. I'm sorry. Can't forgive you. So Oscar is Charles Sr. Yeah, Charles Shaw Sr. You should probably know about him by now. Everyone in Scarlet Hollow knows about him. You don't know about his son. But they don't know about his son. Seems like a bad guy. What do you know about Charles Jr.? What happened to Charles Shaw Sr.? You know about Charles Jr.? As much as you do, I don't even know where there was a Charles Jr. until tonight. Besides, the ghost is filling us in on more than enough of his life story. I'm sure we'll both be experts on everything. Charles Jr. by the time this is over. If it ever ends. Damn it, Junior. Now, many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but the damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Strike a nerve. Something on your mind? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know anything about that man. You're right. I've been using the excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our names are cleared. Not until you can pass on the name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there and tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Do you think that was why he was getting close with Edward Dean? Wait, this is after the scene with Rosalina, before the scene with Stella? Wait, this is after the scene with Rosalina, before the scene with Stella? That sounds about right. Then the scene with Kaneka. I wonder how many more of these there are going to be. Damn it, boy! I may not have till the morning. Promise me you'll go back and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. I promise. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. Just goes to so full of it. Cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow her. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Della stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. I think I'm going to be sick. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. We got to be near the end, right? The music is the same song that started playing when Stella first showed up. Yeah, I think you're right. What a creepy scene to end things on. Can't believe that ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing the baby voice. It's embarrassing. I try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can't even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Oh, so that's why everyone's been moving so weirdly while they've been possessed, right? He's got a thing for puppets. He sure does. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh. Could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. I wish we could go back in time all those years ago and tell them what we know. Me too. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. You can see the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks and they're gone. There, are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another room. There we go. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. You should open it. I'm opening it. Okay. The trapdoor. Are we back in Rosalina's room? It must be. Which one of us is going to open it? Are you asking that? Are you scared? Of course I'm scared. Okay, I'll do it. Carefully step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can't be happy together. Eddie? Fuck. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Your cousin finally heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Did you see the tears running down her cheek at the end? She was conflicted. I didn't, but that's a good point. This whole thing isn't very fair, you know? We only saw one side of the story. Isn't only one side of the story what the Scarlets have been giving since 1918? British confirming Scarlet history is told by the victors. Yeah, I don't trust Charlie to speak on things. Real, maybe Charlie just sucked. I mean, look at him now. Real, maybe this had more to do with Enoch than Edwardine. I don't think throwing the Scarlets as a whole this is a problem. This has more to do with Enoch than Edwardine. True, maybe this has more to do with Enoch than Edwardine. He was mentioned in passing quite a few times. Yeah, maybe. Ugh, what now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? That was the one you want. I don't have any stuff put into town before a couple of days ago. Why should I? I'm not responsible for any of this. Yes, no, I'm sorry you died. Let this go, man. Get over it. Are you talking to us? Don't answer it. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, no, no. It absolutely is not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! What happens if we refuse? What happens if we refuse? Then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. I don't understand. You will live a shorter life, and I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter would my life be? You aren't seriously entertaining this thing, are you? This isn't for you to know, just as it wasn't for me to know. One day sooner than you'd like, you will die. I hope I didn't come too late. Mom? All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others, you're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which one of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who has actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. Why we should just leave. I'm not giving it into the demands of some dead guy. You're the Sybil. Tabitha, you should be the one to handle this. I'm not leaving before I put this thing to rest. I'm a Tabitha, neither of us owe us got thing. Just leave. I'm not leaving before I put this thing to rest. Take a step forward to the spotlight. As you move forward, you feel Tabitha's hand on your shoulder. Umi Hazakina, what are you doing? Are Oscar and Rosalina going to live if I don't do this? But if someone wanders into the annex and gets stuck in this labyrinth of impossible rooms, then we'll close up the library. It might just go away on its own, who knows? Why give up something like years of your life to some ghost who might not even be telling the truth? Or are Oscar and Rosalina going to live if we don't do this? Or are Oscar and Rosalina going to live if I don't do this? Is that what you're worried about? Good God, don't give up your years of your life just for somebody's rental. I own properties, I can let them rent from me. I'll even throw in a discount. It's okay, Tabitha, this is what family's for, right? I want you to be safe. We can't just leave this unresolved. Whatever happens next, I want you to remember it for the rest of your life. And you never had the guts to do it yourself. Our family ruined Charlie's life. We have a responsibility to make things right. We can't just leave the ghost here as irresponsible. I want Charlie to be at peace. Okay, that's putting pressure on her. I want you to be safe. It's true, I do want her to be safe. But then there's always going to be guilt that is going to exist within these. So, I just want Charlie to be at peace. After everything he's done to us? After everything he's done to Stella? Sybil is right here. Please don't do this. You wordlessly stepped into the spotlight. lessons. It's all the haunting without using a special trait. For the first time in what feels like hours, the earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. On your way out, your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. Floor, look back behind you. As you gasp for breath, you take a look into the pit behind you. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. With the last of your strength, you hoist yourself from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death. No, no, no. Hazakina, what happened to you? You look awful. It's stunned, Tabitha. If you have any regrets, keep them to yourself. You try and think of words to say, but you're still delirious about what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts. Come along, Gumi Hazakina, let's get you home. You quietly walk towards the stairs. Tabitha rushes to your side to give you a shoulder to lean on as you walk. You're outside. It's real this time. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realize just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps to the library. Your lungs wheezing as if you run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become, your lips dry and thin, your hands almost trembling with the effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed there. I'm gonna go wait by the car. Just let me know when you're ready to go home. Your cousin walks off before you get the chance to respond. I'm gonna peace out to back-to-back encounters in my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Payne walks off down the road. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what y'all were planning to do. How were we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so... Kanika stops mid-sentence as she realizes what's happened to you. Oh my god, Umi Hazakinu, you poor thing. Umi Hazakinu, did you... So happy you could help. All that matters is that Rosalina could go back to sleeping in her own room. It better be over because I feel like I just aged at least a decade. You see what happened to my face? I gave up years of my life for you to live there. I hope it's worth it. Just taking responsibility for something that should have been dealt with decades ago. So, just taking responsibility for something that should have been dealt with ages ago. Is our house safe? There's nothing there now. Homie Hazakina took care of it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It had never been like that before. I can't believe Tabitha let you do that. It's outrageous. If anyone should have paid a price to put that ghost to rest, it should have been her. You don't even live here. You're barely even a Scarlet. It's just, ugh, it's so unfair. What's done is done. I'm just happy I could help. This was my choice to make. Don't bring Tabitha into it. Tabitha doesn't know anything was wrong with you. Just because I happen to make a choice, it doesn't mean that someone else should have been obligated to make it instead. Kind of the whole point of having free will. I wouldn't wish that happened to me on my worst enemy. I'm not going to wish it on my family. I know it's unbelievable. And I thought she wouldn't have let me go through with it before. Just because I happen to make a choice, it doesn't mean that someone else should have been obligated to make it instead. It's kind of the whole point of having free will. That doesn't make it any less unfair. I agree, it is unfair, but I did my best to sway her, and what's done is done. There's no use dwelling on things. Kanika takes a deep breath and sighs. You know, Humi Hazakina, the salt and pepper look is good on you. Maybe this isn't all bad. Kanika, sorry, just trying to be positive. Stella's way better at that. She okay? She okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's just standing off by herself. It would be a normal reaction for anyone else who had just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. Talk to Stella. I'm going to go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. I'm Never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful, and I don't think my dear Stella is having an easy time with it. Oh, Hikumi has a Kinu. There's another one of those carvings in there, so I guess ghosts actually are real, huh? Channel's gonna go wild for that stuff. Sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. I'm here if you need me. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. Yuri's off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? She didn't seem okay. So I do think Stella might be a bit of a flake. If she hit her limit, she'll be fine. I'm the one who gave up years of my life. She don't see me acting out. We go after her. She doesn't seem okay. I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it just make her climb up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. Stella, you don't need to be rushing anywhere. Same goes for you, Kanika. We don't want the cold of yours to get any worse. There's another carving in there. Keep giving me visions. It's a pretty weird coincidence, right? I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them is back-to-back nights. And if you and Stella are right, then there's another one in the clinic. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town and they've been giving you visions? I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Umi has a Kinu. If you have the time, I'd love to discuss these visions over tea, after you've had the chance to get some rest. I can't believe I let Rosalina get in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I have let this happen? Could I have known what was going to happen, Oscar? None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself. You tried pretty hard to warn us about things, Oscar. None of us took you seriously enough. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms and basically threatened Stella if I keep poking around. That stopped us from going in there. We were all conscious that whole time. It was like being puppeted. Do any of you know who I was supposed to be? Couldn't have known what was going to happen, Oscar. None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself. I'd seen it before. I should have known it would get worse. I should have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just gonna sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You don't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time of this, but the storm has passed. Things will start getting better from here. I ran into Wayne on one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? That creep threatened her? Should we be worried about her? That's a crushed ditchling with his bare hands. It was pretty scary. Of course we should be. That's a crushed ditchling with his bare hands. It was pretty scary. See, that's just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay. There was someone else in there, but that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Mihazakino for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. Were you all conscious the whole time? Everyone glances at each other, though none of them gave any of their years away. You can see how exhausted they are, how unsettled. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. It was like being puppeted. They all glanced away. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out, but I remember each and every one of them. It was like they were burned into my memory. You poor souls. Can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. We should probably We should probably get going. I'm starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Lillerina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you, all of you, again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Nika, dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, and about what's happened to you, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say earlier afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Umi Hazakinu. She hitting on me? Just because I gave up years of my life doesn't mean she could hit on me, but you know what? Alright, Grandma, let's go. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. You can't help but overhear snippets of their conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts, Mom. What was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be alright. Let me get you some of that special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit, that tea has been nice. I'll put the kettle on as soon as we get home. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to the estate. As soon as you get into the car, the exhaustion of the night's events overwhelms you. The ache in your bones becomes a dull throb as your body sinks into the seat and your eyelids pull shut as if weighted by lead sheets. We're back. Do you need me to carry you inside? Did I dream that I gave up years of my life to get rid of ghosts, or did that actually happen? Dang, was I asleep for the whole ride? Ugh, I feel awful. That'd be really nice, actually. It hurts to be alive. Fine, I could get out. Dang, I was asleep the whole ride? You were. Now, come on, let's get you to bed. We're back inside. The chill of the night breeze is a little better here, but your legs are numb with exhaustion. Well, we're back. I have to imagine you want to get to bed. How did you know to call Sybil? Well, so should I have called the cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in the town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it would be her, right? Okay, I'm calling you here. You've got to get to bed. You look like death. Find yourself unable to object. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all, and then the bus comes. They will never to see each other again. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirits of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest at the expense of unknown years of your life. The specter of the night's events will linger over you for every day you have left. A grim reminder of the price you willingly paid for the crimes of family you've never met. Maybe it'll be easier in the morning. Maybe your joints will ache just a little less than they do now. Maybe you can still right the capsized ship of your now broken life. Maybe things will only get worse from here. Episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, please do so now. I'm not even on Blue Sky. I didn't even put follow on Blue Sky. Alright. So, with that being said, Okay, so makes sense. Physically, I will not be in my peak position, so makes sense. But I'll handle that next time. So, damn. That's all I pretty much gotta say. Damn. Mm.
Grill, smoke, sear, and more with Masterbuilt's
Of course, it's gonna be commercial, but
convenience of slow
regardless.
cooking. Masterbuilt's
Well,
gradually fed hot
I want to
cookers
say thank you
deliver
very much for
instant
joining me so far. Well, actually, let's
superior cheese
discuss a little bit before
gravity fed work with
I'm
Masterbuilt's
done.
gravity
Let me
fed
actually
grill
stop
and smoker.
recording in the meanwhile.
Learn
So,
more at
for those of you
masterbuilt.com.
that have watched this video on YouTube or anywhere, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you all have an amazing night, an amazing day, that you're able to basically have a great evening or morning or anywhere you're at. As always, make sure you mark your own path in life. Be true to who you want to be and do your best not to harm others. Um, that has been said a lot as of late, but I do completely agree with make any place better than it's you left it before, or something like that. I forgot how it's properly said. But anyways, I hope you all have an amazing night, an amazing day, and I hope to see you again soon. All right, good night. All right, the recording done. Yeah, interesting. It's always I don't exactly know where the story is going, but with everything that's being said and done, it brings up the discussion as to how is it that life gets corrupted or influenced by people of power, right? In this regard, it's just from what it seems like, a toxic family that wants to keep control of a place because of what Charlie was saying is the truth. Enoch, which I believe is a great 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 grandparent, has manipulated everything to basically be the truth that everybody sees, and that he basically manipulated through his own daughter. And the sad truth is that I know it happens in the real world. Um, because there are people that are scumming, there are people that are self centered, or I guess in a sense, broken to the point that they feel like the only thing that they really have to do is bring other people down to move themselves ahead. And that shit is depressing, honestly. Um, but I know that that's how life is, and that's why we could only really control ourselves and our decisions and actions for the future. Um, and yeah, that's easier said than done because I mean, there's so many things that are out of our control. Um, like we can't really choose if we make if we become wealthy. We can't really choose to be the healthiest person in the world. There are things that we could do in order to at least make our situation better. Work extra or like go to the gym more and stuff like that, but nothing is ever guaranteed. Like the next day isn't guaranteed for us. Um, but the best thing that we can really do is just make changes for ourselves to at least find our own peace of mind, our own happiness, hopefully not at the cost of somebody else. But I know sometimes it has to be done. Like, like no matter how much I could say that I care deeply about cousin, the journey that she's going through is a journey that she herself has to face. And so it's not my job to make sure that she's happy. Kind of like what happened in Vampire Therapist, right? It's not our job to make other people happy or to find their peace of mind because then we're just adding another stress onto our own shoulders that we can't really carry with everything that's already happening. But that doesn't make us any less of good people or any less of the empathetic people that hopefully we're wishing to be. Anyways, regardless of all that, I do think that what I'm saying or what I've said remains true. I feel like we all have the ability to at least make changes to be happy, and I know it's something that even I struggle with sometimes. Even to this day, I know I should be going to the gym more, or at least not should, but it is something that would benefit me a lot more, but I know that I'm kind of holding myself back from it. So that's the reason why I'm saying that take it with a grain of salt. But I think I have more faith in others than I do in myself, so I know that whatever you guys want to do for yourselves, however you want to change, whatever you want to accomplish, I know you do have the ability to do so. It'll just take some time and a lot of self-love that I think a lot of people are missing this day and age. So if I could be the first one to say it, or if I could be one of the few people, or if I could be one of the people that's to say it, just do your best, even if it's 40% one day, even if it's 70% one day, it doesn't matter. Just do your best enough that you could be proud of yourself, and one way or another, things will be better. If not in the world, at least for yourself. So, that being said and done, it is time for me to say goodnight. This is already, what, like 3? Yep, 3 in the morning. So, good night. Sleep well, sweet dreams. If you're going through your day, I hope you have an amazing day. Are you able to accomplish anything that you wish to accomplish? I pray that you do your best, as you always do, as I feel like you would always do. Because I mean, just living is difficult, so you're doing your best just by existing, right? At least that's my take on things. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day and good fortune finds you one way or another. Love you all very, very much. And as I said before, make sure you mark your path the way that you wish to do it. And